comparison is the thief of joy is the expression.
Yes. I didn't know that quote when I lived in LA when I first got there, but I was on this sitcom. We were on a sitcom, right? Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm on television. This is amazing. And the people that I was with, who are great people, they were all reading the Hollywood Reporter, and they would read this and they'd get upset. Oh, why is she getting this? Oh, why is this happening? Why are they on Thursday night at 8 o'clock? Why? And I go, hey, that's the devil's rag. I go, what are you reading? That's what I would call it, the devil's rag.
That's so good.
And I go, guys, last time I checked, I'm on fucking TV.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm on television. You're on TV. We're on a TV show. And you're complaining that other people are on better TV shows or on TV shows that have better ratings. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're looking for reasons why your life sucks when you're in one of the best positions that a person could ever be in your line of work. You're literally on a successful television show. This is so crazy. And they're reading Variety to find all the people that are doing better than them. Oh, look at this. Oh, they're in a movie now. I want to be in film. And it was wild to watch.
Yeah, it's one of the things the Stoics say is like, you would be jealous if you didn't have what you had and someone else did, you would be jealous of that person.
Oh, yeah.
But all you're doing is comparing what you have to what someone else has instead of the gratitude of, holy shit, look how lucky I am.
100%.
And that is sucking your happiness. But I think it's also, if good work comes from being present, it's preventing your ability from like actually being great on the television show that you're on. Because you're spending energy out in the world on stuff that doesn't matter instead of being like, I'm going to be the best that I can be in the thing that I am.
100%. 100%. If you are constantly dwelling on other people's opinions, if you're constantly dwelling on other people's success, it will 100% diminish your capability of doing good work.
Yeah.
There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because the mind has a certain amount of bandwidth. And the way I always express this when I talk to people about it, I go, look at it like a number. If you had 100 bandwidth, like if your bandwidth was 100, and then someone said something mean to you on Twitter, and you read that and responded, and you're going back and forth, now how much do you have? I bet you got about 30 is gone, 30% is just dedicated to this thing. It might be 40. You might have 4. And now what happens? Now, whatever work you are actually trying to do is greatly diminished because you don't have the focus.
Well, think of the arrogance, too, of being like, I'm so good. I can be on this show or in my, like, I can deliver this book in an environment where so many people would kill, like, to be able to do what I'm doing. So many people are doing it and we're competing for a finite, amounts, whatever. I can do it with only 60% of my capacity.
Yeah.
It's horrendously arrogant and stupid. Like,
I don't think it's arrogant, though, because I think it's ignorant. I don't think people are really aware when they're doing this. I think it's just so instinctive. It's so instinctual. It's such a normal thing to do to, read some mean quote that someone said about you, or read an article that someone wrote that pisses you off, or, I know friends. I have friends that I'm not close with, but I'm close enough to them that I pay attention to them, and their career is a disaster. But when I go onto their Twitter page, they're so deeply involved in politics, like massively, where they're quoting spending bills that I don't even know, and they're talking about what the problem with these bills are. I'm like, if you spent a fraction of your life paying attention to your own career and doing what you actually love doing instead of focusing on this. You're focusing on this because you feel like this is something that you can get involved with mentally, where the burden of performance is not on you.
Yeah. Well, there's a Zen story, like this Zen master was told he was criticized by another Zen master. And he said, oh, how lucky for him to have arrived at perfection and to have the time to do such a thing. He's like, me, I'm not there yet. And so when I'm saying it's arrogant, I think
I know what you're saying.
The humble way is like, dude, I can spare zero.
Yeah.
I'm so I'm so on the razor's edge of this. I cannot possibly afford to waste even one energy point on this thing that's not up to me. Which is what the Stoics say. They said, Epictetus says the chief task in life is separating things that are in your control from what's outside your control. And all that stuff is outside of your control.
Yeah.
And you're spending the energy points that could be on what is in your control on the stuff that's outside your control. So it makes you doubly worse.
It does, but unfortunately, this is not taught. I mean, you're teaching it. There's Marcus Aurelius' books. There's many books that are available if you want to go seek it. But this is not something that's being beaten into the head of people on a daily basis, and it should be. It should be something that television shows that, you know, that are supposed to be these intellectual exercises in examining the world around us. One of the most important things is, how are you looking at the world around us?
Yeah.
How are you thinking about things, and through what lens? And have you done the work on your own self? Because if you have not, you're going to look for these struggles in other places because you're uncomfortable dealing with your own personal struggles, and you're avoiding those. So you'll find them in other places. You'll start fires because you haven't dealt with your own bullshit.
Yeah, and this is also what they teach in like 12-step groups, right? It's like the acceptance of a higher powers, to say like, you're not the center of the universe, right?
Yes.
This is why they do the serenity prayer. You're realizing it's like the source of your unhappiness and self-destructive life is your focus on things you don't control, is you're handing over that power to this thing that you're hooked on. And so 12 steps are really like a way to teach someone how to be a person again, like from rock bottom. Well, the problem is, even people who study philosophy, they think about interesting but abstract questions, right? Like, how do we know we're not living in a computer simulation?
Right.
Which is fascinating, but like, first we should probably focus on like what is in our control and what is not in our control. Once you've mastered that, think about all the big questions you want.
Right, and how does the mind handle adversity? How does the mind handle difficult situations? And the knowledge that if you force difficult situations into your life that you can control, like rigorous exercise, like meditation, like sauna and cold plunge, and all, there's many different things that you can do, like writing, like sitting down and forcing yourself to do work. That will free your mind in so many ways and allow you to have a philosophy, or at least a philosophical perspective that's based on how you actually think, not based on overcompensating for deficits, not based on trying to, pile dirt on the problems that you've created.